So, welcome. Good evening, everybody. My name is Segun, and this is Objective Media. It's Countdown to Election. This is a special edition, and I want to say that this is the eve of the election already because today's Wednesday, and we're already in the night of Wednesday. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day, so it's not going to be much, right? Except for the people that are just going to be doing the final laps of whatever they want to do before elections. Friday is a day for everybody to start going to their respective unit stations, whatever, to canvass and do all of that. So there won't be much on Friday except for the top gear or the last diamond preparation for everybody to do. So I count tonight to be the eve of the election, or tomorrow at the most. So it behoves of everybody, therefore, who are still waiting to make their declarations to have done. Clerics have done last Sunday because it would be the last Sunday they would be able to communicate with their respective congregations before election. Similarly, people who are lecturers, lecturers, teachers, community leaders, everybody has already declared who they want to support. Well, I took this long because I still was compiling and taking note of why should I support who. And finally, I came to the conclusion that, well, the announcement or the information, final answer you can already see on in the headline or the topic of this broadcast. How did I arrive at Omoyele Sowore? It's very simple. I already said from the beginning of this special edition, so talking about politics, that I will never support anything. I will never support anything APC or PDP because they are both who have ruined this country and ruined the future and the generations that have not even been born as yet. So I cannot be part of whether they are winning or not. It's not my problem. My problem is that I cannot open my eyes and be part of that problem again by going to support them. So I will rather that even if these young generation candidates are going to lose, I will lose with them. But it will be in record that I did not join the spoilers. I mean, those are the people who are destroying this country. I will never be part of that. So as a result, I decided my support is going to be for one of these new generation candidates. Having said that, what did I do therefore is that I took my time to screen or to look at all of these new generation candidates to decide who among them do I really or actually want to support. And those of you that have been following me for quite a while now will understand that I've been talking about the three major ones of four. Top of first, Omoyele Sowore, Kingsley Mohalu, Fela Drotoye. Well, later, Dr. Obio Ezekwesili joined, but also pulled out with the same haste with which she joined very late. So we were left with four. There was an attempt at PAC to see how all of them could come together. Well, PAC didn't succeed. We also expected another minute coalition that did not work. I also made effort to see how I could on my own see whether it would be possible at all to have all these persons come together. It didn't also work. So somehow we all have to choose one of these persons to support. And as a result, I came up with my own yardstick. Well, I had to look at what do we need at this time. Don't get me wrong, all of these new generation candidates are all fantastic. You know, Fela Drotoye is a wonderful speaker. I respect him a lot. He's a very good guy who also bears the torch. He believes in some kind of divine intervention, some kind of things that are controlled in the spiritual, and some kind of things that are also part of what you call grace. And then little work that whatever shall be, shall be. And then there's also this Kingsley Mohalu who believes that he is the most qualified of all of them. And because he is also one person who has been opportune to have served in official capacity with government before as former central bank deputy governor. Not just that he has also served with the United Nations and all of that. And then there's a Sowore who believes that, in whole, he is a fighter and he has been fighting consistently for some 30 years, and that he has experience especially with being a former president of Students' Union at the University of Lagos. And there's a Tope Fasua who believes that, yes, he could hub together the innovative skills and ideas, capacity and skills of young people. That is why the logo of the party created, especially for grassroots mobilization, is a computer that has a sprouting symbol of leaves, which means that yes, they want to inculcate or incorporate technology into agriculture, and then Nigeria will come back to its abundance, resource or capacity, whatever. So having looked at all of that, I see that all of these young new persons are actually very creative, good, idealistic, vibrant, visionary. At least if I'm going to choose, I can close my eye and choose any of them, because any of them you choose is better than Atiku and Buhari. No, that is any day. All right, any day these guys are fantastic, they are visionary. Any of them you choose is better than Buhari. I know that one for sure. But at this point, everybody has got to say, okay, in the scale of preference, who do I choose? I will choose all of them, but there's a reason I have to push Sowore first. The reason is simple. Nigeria is at a position where, if you look at it, we need something to do immediately now. We need something to do immediately now. And the first thing we want to do is to make sure that we crank and cut the flapping wings and the fangs, poisonous fangs of all of these cabals that have been holding the country down within the same circle of small people called cabal since 1960 till the Civil War, and then transiting into the military rule, and then the same cycle of people trickling down into democracy and are still eating into our future. So we need first of all to break this shackle, to break this stranglehold, before we can then begin to say we want to implement. See, I see Kingsley Mohalo as somebody who has a very brilliant idea, but hey, that brilliant idea is not workable if the cabal will not let you do it. If you don't have the opportunity to do what you have in your head, you will not be able to do it. And that's for real. So that is why I came to the realization that if a Sowore goes forward to break this stranglehold, anybody can then come and experiment or tinker with or practice whatever policies they have in their head. But who told you that there are no Kingsley Mohalus in this present government? Who told you there are no economists or Tope Fasuas in the past and present administration? They have advisors. They have people who are pundits. They have people in this government who are expatriates. They have people in this government who are technocrats. But the reality is that they are not going to listen to these people because the cabals do not want them to work. It's just about their pockets. At least you saw what happened in Lagos State, where they turned a governor to trash, because the cabal, it's not a matter of whether you're performing as a governor or as anything. They don't even want you to perform. They only want you to listen to them. So if you have a Kingsley Mohalu who cannot deal with the cabal but has good economic idea, he cannot practice them. That's exactly the reason I believe that even if you are going to do anything, first of all, we need to break this stranglehold. And that's why I believe that a Sowore leading the way, it's a good idea. So if a Sowore goes ahead to clear the way, then we cannot have a Mohalu practicing his economic policies or ideas. We can then have a Tope Fasuwa using technology to drive agriculture innovatively. We can then have a Duro Toye speaking to the minds of people to reawaken their conscience about values. Values will not work where you have this kind of cabals in place. Who doesn't know these values already? We all know. But if you tell these young people in Nigeria today, that we need to stop all these fraudulent activities, we need to stop prostitution, they'll say, we know, we didn't also want to be prostitutes, right? We didn't also want to be Yahoo fraudsters, right? But the fact is that the country is not good. So in a country that is not good, how will the preaching of values work? They will tell you, second kaye, kokaye. So what will lead, first of all, is something that will first of all clear the airspace for you to fly. A Fela Drotoye will fly well in an environment that is ideal, but the environment is not ideal, first of all. A Kingsley Mohalu will work well with his ideas. For instance, if you have listened to Professor Kingsley Mohalu saying over time that he has gone to other countries to help them recover their economic programs, blah, 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 blah. But how is he not able to do the same thing in his own country? Because the cabals will not let it happen. You have gone to other countries that allowed you to help them on their economy, to recover their economic problems and to restore them back from the path of their falling currencies, from the path of recession and all of that. Yes, because the countries wanted it. But the country where you come from will not allow you to practice it because there are cabals everywhere. So we need to first of all break the stranglehold of cabals before we can then begin to look at, yeah, come and fly with your idea. So that is why I believe all of these guys are good. But on the scale of preference, first of all, we need, what is our need? That is the first question to answer. Our need is to first of all conquer these cabals that will not let the brilliant idea of a Professor Kingsley Moghalu come to fruition. We need to first of all break the stranglehold of the people who don't even want our people to be employed, but simply wants them to remain in servitude, wants them to remain in unemployment, want them to remain in problems, want them to remain in enslavement, in slavery, in shackles. So you first of all need to, Yorubas will say, Tigibare Lugito Gel, Akore. All these guys have got very good and brilliant ideas. Fine. Kingsley Moghalu is a very brilliant economist. Fine. But that is in an ideal environment that allows you to practice what you have in your head. But if the environment will not allow you to practice it, sorry, it will not. It will never happen. So you would need somebody like a Sowore to first of all clear the space, clear the road. Then we cannot start having the Moghalus coming to practice, because the environment is now right for them to practice whatever they want to practice. But for now, hey, there are over 100 Moghalus in this administration, but the ideas don't count. Do you know what the work of special advisor is in this country now? Brilliant special advisors. The only work is wake up in the morning, yes sir, can I shine your shoe? Oh sorry, have you eaten? Have you had breakfast? That is the work of brilliant economists who are in this government right now. They won't allow them practice the ideas they have in their head, because they will say, shh, who told you we don't know that? We know that we need to fix this rule. We know, but that's not what I employed you for. I employed you to come and sit down and be following me up and down. That is the only thing they want the Moghalus in this country to do. So a Moghalu will not be able, even if he becomes president, will still be under the control of Kabasa and will tell you, hey, that's not what we want right now. The worst they will do, they will give him the ambody treatment at the end of the day. Hey, do you want us to pay the people in the National Assembly to impeach you? Forget that idea you are talking about. So a Moghalu will be able to go to Rwanda, go to other countries to help them fix their economy, because those countries allowed it to happen. But the country where he comes from will not allow it to happen. So there are hundreds of Moghalus in this government, just as a matter of emphasis, but they will not allow them to work. So that is why I believe that first of all, we need to remove the hands and fangs, stranglehold of this cabal from the destinies and futures and of this generation and future, before we cannot begin to experiment with these policies. So we need one of a kind that is not common, first of all, that is a Sowore, before we cannot begin to have the Moghalus come and practice their ideas. Well, just a little brief about this Sowore self that we're talking about. I think it was Adiola Fayamu who did this for Independent Sources then, a profile of Omoyele Sowore.
Omoyele Sowore is a Nigerian citizen journalist who has a history of openly opposing his country's government. So much so that he says he's been detained several times and endured many police beatings. Now a world away in New York City, Sowore uses the internet to continue writing about corruption in his country's politics. Adeola Oladele met up with Sowore and filed this report.
There's a place on the internet where anyone can read about the good, the bad, and the ugly in Nigerian politics. SaharaReporters.com was created by Omoyele Sowore, a self-trained citizen journalist. Although he's a Nigerian citizen, he says his country considers him persona non grata.
The government doesn't recognize that I have enough rights to travel into Nigeria like every regular Nigerian, because I dare to be different from everybody.
To him, being different means writing to expose corruption and injustices in his country. Omoyele says his website gets more than 1 million page views every month. Some of the stories receive more than 100 comments.
But the reason why the word Sahara came was for a few reasons. One, because I'm fascinated by geographical features, being a geography graduate myself. And secondly, I just looked at it and said, since I'm not a journalist, I'm just like a practitioner of this trade inside the desert where there's really not much hope for success. But I'm going to do it regardless, which means that I'm taking on a challenge that I have no idea how far it will go.
Taking up a challenge is not a new thing for the 38-year-old. He was the president of the student union while a student at Lagos State University in Nigeria. During his tenure, he led thousands of students in rallies against military rule and injustices.
This powerful group will also march along with them.
I had suffered immense torture as a student activist who had protested against the military. I haven't been detained, beaten up by the police and the military.
In 1999, he found a way to fly to the U.S. Then he went on to get a degree in International and Public Affairs at Columbia University. In 2005, he launched SaharaReporters.com. He also posts the articles on Facebook and Twitter.
Yes, man. How are you? I was trying to check up on a particular record of an individual who probably had a rape case over there. You know, what I just did was to invite all my friends and say, do you have any news? Do you have any information about what's going on in Nigeria? And they say, how do we write it? They said, send me a text message or talk to me on the phone, and I'll sit down and write stories. Then look for some other friends and say, can you edit this story for me, you know?
Omoyele soon faced the challenges of being a publisher. In 2008, he wrote an article that questions the tie between the Nigerian Attorney General and a Nigerian lawyer, Paul Ohi.
Well, I don't even take this too further, but that's just a brief on Omoyele Sowore himself, and but I'm sure that a lot of people already understand the reason I did this. And fast forward to sometime 2012, if I'm correct about this date, Omoyele Sowore also led another group of Nigerians citizens in New York to go and boycott, you know, a wasteful town hall meeting that was going to explain away the removal of subsidy and killing of Nigerians. And Omoyele Sowore has been putting his life down on the line for a very long time. This is another point to buttress this. I mean, another scenario or scene or episode to emphasize how Sowore has been doing this.
Can you hear me? The national anthem has been sung now by Nigerians in this hall. With love and strength and faith, the day of our heroes past shall never be in vain. To serve with heart and mind, one nation. We have been disrespected tonight and not given the chance and the respect we deserve by a minister who came late to an event scheduled for 6 p.m. She's coming out about an hour, 30 minutes later, trying to tell us some nonsense about there was delayed in flights. No, we are not going to take this anymore. We have been taking this lying down for a long time. It's been happening since 1960. We are not going to take this anymore. And we refuse. No. We are not going to wait. We are not going to wait. We are not going to wait. Don't advise me. No. We are not going to wait. We are not going to wait. We are no longer 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 going to wait. We are going to. What you doing? We are shutting down this event. We are no longer going to wait. What you doing? We are no longer going to wait. No more waiting. No more. We are tired of waiting. 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 No more.
I mean, as you could see, the courage is there, the vision is there, the resilience is there, the ability to take risk is there, the capacity and competence of handling even that rough situation is also there. The no going back and resilient spirit is there. The energy to even drive it through is there. You know, the focus is there. Even if it is only me, I'll still go all out. It's there. The consistency is also there. The clips are not available. I've searched for while it was, you know, injected. and attacked at the University of Lagos while he was fighting both, the military, the poor administration of the campus, and as well at the same time, he was fighting military, he was fighting administration of the campus not to increase school fees, and at the same time fighting cultism. 3 in 1, and this guy would go only him without support. And then gradually students began to see what he was doing and were supporting him. If he could do that as a University of Lagos Student Union leader, and then he has been consistent till now, I see no reason why he would compromise at this time, because it's already probably too late. He had so many offers to work with government since 1999 till now, but he has rebuffed all of them, saying that the only way to compensate me is to make sure that there's electricity in the country. The only way to compensate me is to make sure that the schools are working and there are facilities in schools. The only way to compensate me is to make sure that education is free for all. The only way to compensate me is to make sure that workers are well paid. It's always about welfare. So, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Omoyele Sowore. Once more, it is important and very instructive that we do not go out and waste our votes yet again. It's time, ladies and gentlemen, for us to begin to look at our opportunities against things that will not work for us. Omoyele Sowore is not the first time. During the 1993 annulment of election, he was one of those that stood. In fact, he was a students' union leader who mobilized students to go and stay and ensure that Abiola demanded and insisted on the mandate of Abiola. And the clips are bound, and all of you are already seeing us on the internet to buttress this.
They are my own pictures. We've been friends for over 20 years. Very, very close friends. There have been quite a lot of efforts made by some people to create some friction between us. This is a very trying period, but friendship is made to last and be passed from one generation to the other.
Well, that's a Sowore, and I think, in my own opinion, Sowore is better than if you are looking for alternatives. Is this an alternative?
I swear, even if they are going to kill me, I will do it. And I'm also not going to enrich members of my family, but my friends. Are my friends not entitled to be enriched?
What in your view is corruption?
Well, in my view, corruption is the use of your privileged position to either enrich yourself or enrich your relatives or even your friends.
Okay. And so would it be fair for
in other words, abuse of office.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I will not be spending so much time online tonight. I want to say quickly that tomorrow I want to host a watch party. I've already started reaching out to most of my friends who are in the entertainment, who are in business, who are entrepreneurs, who are who are students, who are unionists. I've reached out to a whole lot of them already to invite them to a watch party tomorrow. The watch party is strategically located at a venue between Lagos and Ogun State. And the reason is that I don't want it to be in Ogun State so that people in Lagos will not say, oh, they can't cross to Ogun. And I don't want it to be in Lagos State so that people in Ogun will not say they can't cross to Lagos State, especially for the kind of tomorrow. And all of them have already agreed that they are coming because of the kind of location I chose for tomorrow's watch party. What I want to do is that I want it to be at the suburb of Lagos so that people in Ogun don't see it as going to Lagos. People in Lagos don't see it as going to Ogun. So it's just in between. It's somewhere between Abule Egba and between Abule Egba, Ijaye, Meron, Salolo, what's his Amj, Ajegunle, so that people within that axis, Alagbado, Crossing, AIT Road can come together. And we are going to have a watch party. What's going to be in this watch party? We are going to be playing short documentary on Nigeria independence to date. We are also going to stream it live for everybody to see. And then we're also going to be playing documentary, short videos of Omoyele Sowore. And I'm going to be asking them questions. look at this option, look at this option. You have been confronted with this kind of option since 1960, and this is the time you have opportunity again by simple thumb printing to change the course of history. Which one would you do? And I'm going to tell them what I decide. Then I also want to do, at the same time, be able to print at minimum of 1,000 copy of the voter education slip for how to vote for AAC number 3. You know, 3 is a symbol of perfection, right? Or completion. You know, metal or con, 3 in 1 for God. All right, so meta. I want to do a slip that shows how to vote AAC and then give it to them and spread it between Lagos and Ogun State as well. So tomorrow is a very good opportunity, and the venue we have also chosen is a venue that normally will bubble on a Valentine's Day, so that we can have people who naturally just came innocently on their own to come and have fun with their babes. We're also going to be educating them at the same time. And so this watch party, I feel, is my own way of ensuring that we capture people who have maybe heard about Sowore, but who have not really felt why they should vote for him, or who have never heard about Sowore at all, but who are saying there ought to be an alternative to APC and PDP. Otherwise, they will have to choose between two evils. That no, there are not two evils anymore. There's a better and credible alternative, and we're going to be telling people through that watch party tomorrow. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to support me for this watch party, it's good. We have 2 venues. One, they are asking for 100,000 naira to give us the place and the public address system. And then we're also going to be buying food and drink to entertain the guests that we are bringing, so that they can feel relaxed and enjoy the day while we are educating them. The second venue is asking for 50,000 naira to have us use the venue, also our sound system and all of that. It's just that the location and the size are different. All right, and then so we want to do a whole lot of things also. We want to print at least minimum of 1,000 copies of this voter education paper, how people should vote, you know, on the election day for AAC. And then I'm also bringing together other young persons, candidates for AAC for House of Rep, House of Assembly, who are going to be coming together for that area, so that we can educate people, and we'll have, you know, at least it's our own little contribution towards the election. So if you want to support us, well, you're welcome. Please, I need resources to do this. Definitely, we need logistics. So if you want to support to the tune of any amount, you know, you can. 100,000, 50,000, 20,000 is welcome, so that we can have enough resources or logistics to achieve everything we have in plan or in stock for tomorrow. I can't announce everything so that some, you know, people we are trying to kick out of power will not steal the idea. Yeah, so it's a movement and we are building it. If you want to support, the account detail is already in the video description there. We have already started mobilization, and this video will not be long also because I still need to continue with mobilization for tomorrow. And we also have to start printing those specimens immediately, because I want to flood that place with as much copies as I can afford to print. Well, that's the video. I mean, that's the announcement I have for tonight, that Sowore is my candidate for this election, and I've already explained the reason that it has to be Sowore at this time and no other person. Others can experiment later, but they will not be able to experiment anything if we don't first of all clip the wings of these cabals and put them out of the space. That is why I'm choosing Omoyele Sowore. Well, do you need me to recommend? Do you need me to recommend? Okay, somebody's advising that I pin my account details there. Okay, GTBank 0036909767. Olawoye Oluwasegun. Whatever happened, this network is kind of misbehaving right now. But how do I do this? Somebody says I need to okay, find a way to pin this. Well, this thing is not giving me option to pin, so, but you have the account there already. Okay, so that's it. So ladies and gentlemen, those of you that want to support, I've already put the account details on the screen there. Those of you watching on Facebook, how do I put a comment on the Facebook? Okay, I might have to go back. But for those of you on the Facebook, the account detail is GTBank, and then The account number is 0036909767. 0036909767. 199767. 0036909767. For those of you that want to support from Facebook. Well, so tomorrow I'm going to be streaming live. I'm going to be taking gadgets into the place to be able to stream live so that everybody can join us virtually. For those of you that are not able to join us live, you'll be able to join us virtually. You'll also be able to share the video for everybody to join us at the watch party tomorrow. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day, and so we want to make sure that initially I had a plan to do this. I would think that I should be able to do this on my birthday, right? But because my birthday is 22nd of February, so elections will be coming before the birthday. So we have to look for other avenue, and Valentine's Day comes and day. So I decided, therefore, let's use the Valentine's Day to achieve this. Well, I'll come back and read some comments shortly now, but let you do a little break before I come back to the comments. Well, that was Amosu and Asiwaju Jagaban arguing at the eventful outing in Ogun State. Yes, tomorrow the time is, we're going to be starting the watch party at exactly 5 p.m. Although I gave everybody 4 p.m. because of the Nigerianness of people's character in this country, you know. So they will assemble between 4 and 5. 5 prompt will start. All right, so just get set. We are going to be doing a graphic that will circulate. You can also help us, assist us circulate. If you are not already on Instagram, on our Instagram page at Object TV Media, the same name you have on YouTube is the same name on social media, on Facebook and on Twitter and on YouTube and on Instagram and on Facebook and on Twitter. So at Object TV Media, follow us so that you can see updates as they are happening ahead of and by tomorrow. All right, so we are going to be doing graphics. We'll send it, we'll circulate it. So you can also assist us circulating it so that everybody can wait and join us at the watch party. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, let's quickly do some comments reading. All right, I acknowledge all of you that are joining on this show tonight. I greet you all, Ola Johnson, Ellen Peters, Sheyi Banjo. I greet all of you. I'm not going to be able to read too much tonight because I have to also rush to do some other things. Thank you so much, all of you, acknowledging and greeting. So let me just read the current. I'm sorry, it's not deliberate. Let me just read the current comments there. Somebody said they just sent me 15,000 naira. Thank you so much. I'll check. That is 15,000 naira. Isaac Omolayo, thank you so much for the 15,000 naira support. Those of you that still want to support, please go ahead and do. 15,000 naira will buy us some data to stream the event live tomorrow. We need more. We need to pay for the venue. We need to buy snacks and drinks for the guests so that they won't feel it's some hard thing on them to sit down and be watching our videos. All right, so we need to pay for the venue. We need to buy snacks. We need to print some materials. We need some resources. I don't want to say this is the exact amount we are looking at. Definitely, some of my own money are also going to be going into it if we don't have enough eventually. But that's not my problem. My problem is how do we even get it to work at the end of the day. So if you want to support this, please, we need you to support. Adeni Ogunshaya, I greet you. Thank you once again, King Diamond, for that 15,000. I mean, who was the person who sent 15? Some Eunice Aigbovo. Mr. Shure, we love you. Thank you so very much for all you're doing for us Nigerians. God bless you more. Pius Monye, Adex, what do you want? Faith was like, good job, Segun. Mas Thunder, Segun, your media is non-compromised. I love you for all your transparency. Osaz Ohomba, happy birthday to you, brother. Thank you so much. Antonio Joe, up Shege, AEC is our party. Thank you. Fred Omorige, good job, Segun. Thank you so much. Mazis, you are becoming second Sowore. I don't know what you mean, though. Pius Monye, my brother, I love you from USA. Thank you so much, everybody. At this point, I'm going to say You all have tried, and I appreciate you for remaining faithful to this channel. It is just to say again that all of these young persons, all of these young candidates are actually very good, and all of them are better as alternative to Buhari or Atiku. It's just that first and first, we have to first of all get this cabals out of the way, and the only person that I see being able to achieve that is Sowore, because of his tireless fighting spirit. After which, we can then begin to have all of them continue to experiment their values and economic policies. But they will not be able to do any of this if we don't first of all get Nigeria out of this murky water. That's the reason how I arrived at my choice for Sowore, first of all, before that. Thank you so much, all of you. I'm going to be reading from all of you that are supporting, that are sending in messages now that want to support. And then, please, we need this support very, very seriously, because we have a very short time to plan and to decide where we're using and all of that. But we already went ahead to make inquiries for where and where we can use for this venue, for this particular watch party. So we have to do a lot of planning, so we have to go now. I greet you, and then watch out for tomorrow's watch party. You should be joining us, and you should be ready to share the video and also join us online. Virtually, you watch this together, and then you can also make your comments. I appreciate you all. God bless you. Until tomorrow.
The labor market in Nigeria is incredible. The manpower in Nigeria is untouchable. To pay for less than $50 a day, people are ready to work. 190 million people. But even at that, in an oil-producing country, we cannot pay salaries. We don't have working taps. Water don't run in our taps. And when sometimes they run in some people, it's dirty. In an oil-producing country. That's why most of these beautiful countries, it's immigrants that work in this country. Most people that work are immigrants. The citizens don't even work anymore. Ṣùgbọ́n irọ́ ni Africa máa gé kéèkì lọ́dọọdún. Àwọn èèyàn lọ wájú àwa ń lọ ẹ̀yìn. They are saying we are the giants of Africa. Orí gbogbo wa burú.